Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Decatur FC's virtual interview with our previous player, Sydnie Thibodaux. We are here at O'Sullivan's Pub in beautiful Decatur, Georgia, and we're going to be interviewing Sydnie today and getting a little better understanding of her journey from Decatur FC to one FC Slovácko.
Yeah. So I guess we'll kick it off. So Sydnie, just, let's start from the beginning. You had a great season in Auburn. How now you're graduating and now you're doing professional overseas. How does that feel? What's it like?
Honestly, it feels great. It was a lot of hard work and patience in the process of it, obviously. So it feels very relieving and just great to know like I'm at the position I'm at now, because this is kind of what I looked up to from like previously. This is kind of where I wanted to be. Obviously, I would love to be even higher. You always strive for higher, but yeah, it's just a great feeling, honestly.
Awesome.
Fantastic. So as Sydnie, little kid Sydnie, you're sitting in your house thinking one day I want to play in Slovakia after I finished college. Is that how that happened? Well, or tell us a little
obviously, but myself here in the Czech Republic, that wouldn't have been like maybe the first choice, but like I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I've been given. It's definitely a change, that's for sure, but yeah.
Fantastic.
So I'd also like to know, obviously you played for Decatur FC. How do you feel like that helped you in the process of going pro?
Yeah, so I thought it was a great way to just, after having your season with Auburn and not being able to have a, I guess, team environment for some people, when you go back home, trying to find training and keep up with like the game speed and like playing basically with team environments is just a lot harder. So being able to get the opportunity to play with Decatur FC was great because it helped me keep my speed of play and just like fitness in general. And honestly, just the environment that Decatur brought was just really exciting, and it made it a lot more easier to play because we had more people to play for, because we had a whole crowd, lots of people to come and watch. So it kind of felt like season all over again, but just in a different sense. So it was a very fun, yeah.
Sydnie, tell us a little bit about so it's an interesting concept, right? So you're playing at Auburn for 4 years. You kind of develop the relationships on the team over that course of time. Obviously, some players are coming in and going out as they graduate. And then you move to Decatur FC, where you really have like an hour and a half to coalesce as a team before you have to start playing games together, right? It's a super short period of time, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks tops, right? So tell us a little bit about how that process worked on Decatur FC. I mean, because from the outside perspective, it looked like everybody, had known each other for years and been playing together for years and clicked pretty quickly.
Yeah. I feel like when I came in, obviously I know some of the girls have previously played with each other, say back in club time. So I think it honestly helped that some of those girls kind of already knew each other in a sense, because it almost brought a more welcoming kind of feeling. But honestly, I just feel like we just all clicked very well. Like, I know it's crazy to say, but like I feel like everyone was just very welcoming, very easy to get to know, very easy to work with. So honestly, everyone having those type of personalities just kind of helped in a sense of being able to just work together.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing, especially when you have to start playing games so quickly. Yeah. And in this league, because there's so few games, you have to start winning out of the gate, right?
Yeah.
Just know, you got to win everything. And so I think that kind of how you guys developed those relationships was just phenomenal. So were you able to parlay that kind of quickness into now you're moving to a team where you don't know anybody, and did that help? That experience help kind of ease that, or at least give you this mindset of, okay, I've done this before just recently. I know I can do this. It may take a moment, but
I would say it helped a little bit. I think it's a little harder just playing on this team specifically because of the language barrier. Not necessarily everyone can speak English. A lot of people speak Czech here because we're in a smaller-ish city in the Czech Republic. And so we have our assistant coach that can speak like pretty good English. Our head coach speaks enough to get by. But we just kind of had to, I mean, me specifically, I had to kind of put myself out there a little bit more to just like be able to communicate with other people, just because a lot of the girls tended to be a little shy just because English is like their second language. So they didn't necessarily want to speak it. So I kind of had to not force it, but help in a sense.
Yeah. And are you picking up the language as well?
Yeah.
Here and there. I know like little words enough to get me by like in practice and just like certain phrases, but speaking it's a lot harder than obviously like hearing and understanding some words. So yeah.
So give us like, what's your daily life like, playing in Europe, playing in another country? What's that like for you?
Well, honestly, it's been the first half of the day is kind of, I have a lot of free time, so I kind of have to try to pick up on certain things. So I kind of just do whatever from the morning to around evening time. I think we have practice around like 3, 4 every day. But we always have to get to the facility about hour and a half before, because we do film before session pretty much almost every day. And then activation before training. We have training and then we have recovery on certain days. But for the most part, every day looks pretty similar until, game day. And the day before, we just have a lighter session. But yeah, it's almost similar to college in a sense, just like one less game because we only play 1 game a week. And in college, everyone's playing 2 games a week. But schedule-wise, it's pretty similar. I just don't have school or like a job in between, so I have a lot more free time.
Right. Are you able to travel and kind of get to know the country a little bit better?
Yeah, me and my roommate, which she's also another American here, we happen to get like 2 days off, and everything's pretty accessible by train here. So we were able to take a train into Vienna, Austria, which is about an hour and a half train ride, which is really quick and easy. So we were able to see the city and all of that, which was really cool. And they'll give us the freedom enough to, when we have off days, let us go see other things, because our coach was very big on, it's an experience of, yes, playing a different style of play and coming and playing for a team in another country, but it's another thing for y'all to be able to experience the culture and the different environment you're living in. So yeah.
So I do have one other question. I think this is more to just for everyone that's watching, any advice you would give to a player that's coming up, maybe using the WPSL as a stepping stone or like that? Like, what advice would you give to get someone that's trying to get to your level?
I would say, one, just to have patience with yourself. Obviously, not every day is going to be perfect. Not every game is going to be perfect. So I think that's one thing to just always keep in mind. But 2, just to make sure that you are working hard in every sense of the game, as in, since the games are pretty much filmed most of the time, you can go back and watch your film. That's a good thing to go look at. Making sure you're always fit, I think, is a really good thing, which I think obviously Decatur FC helps. Having training so often, it keeps up with fitness and stuff like that. But yeah, I would just try to use it for game film and just try your hardest and perform your best as much as you can. And obviously, just try to have a lot of patience, because this process is a lot of patience.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Great advice.
Sydnie, you mentioned something just now about your coach talking about that, not just the experience of a new culture and kind of getting yourself into that, but a new style of play and things like that. Tell us a little bit about the differences in the style of play. And the differences between, let's say, even Auburn and WPSL versus in the league you guys are playing in now.
Yes. So compared to, I would say like the speed of play is a little similar, as in like it's pretty similar. I just feel as if the style of play is a lot of technicality. I feel in the US we tend to have, it's a lot more direct on more so teams. There are obviously some teams that like to play and combine a lot, but I feel like in the States we have a lot more teams that play direct and are very fast, very physical, very strong type of players. And here I notice with pretty much all of the players, everyone has a very high technical ability, which is something that they really like hone in on in practices. A lot of balls in the air, lots of crossing in the air, being able to control out of the air is like a huge thing here. So I think that's one thing I had to get used to, just because it's a little different. It's a different type of technicality, and if you don't have that, it'll take a lot to work on. But I feel like for the most part, it's pretty similar style of play in a sense.
Yeah. And what's been one of your favorite moments so far with the team on the pitch? Maybe a game or a moment.
I would say, honestly, my favorite, even though we didn't end up winning the game, we had a game against Slavia, which in our league, Slavia is
number 2.
Number 1. They're 2 right now, but they've gone on like 3 peats of winning the league tournaments and just the conference that we're in. And so us tying then 1-1 was a huge thing, even just for 1, the team, and 2, like the city and the town that we're in. It means so much to them. And it gave basically a lot of people like a chance, like a thought that we could actually compete for at least either second place or first place, or something that we could compete with an extremely high level team. So yeah, I thought that was a really cool moment, because you could tell how much it really meant to people here. Because football's everything, and everyone calls it football here. That's it's football.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like November is a big month for you guys. I think you play for 2 in November, so towards the end of the season. So that should be exciting.
Yeah. Yes. So I gotta say, we're coming up on time. Couple questions, last questions, I'd say. Any big goals you have this year now playing out there? Goals, professional goals?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I think just a personal goal for mine is to I'm playing in a slightly different position. I obviously am an offensive midfielder, but I have taken on kind of a new role as like kind of an outside forward, wide forward, just in the formations that we've been playing. So I guess a goal of mine this season is to try to thrive in that position and try to score and be a threat as best as I can, and just learn as much as I can and add it to my toolbox.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Any last questions, Joel?
I think that's it. Any last comment to the Decatur FC fans?
No, I had a great season with y'all.
Any chance really you come back, play a couple more here in Georgia for a bit?
We will have to see on logistics. I am a little far.
Yeah, we'll see. Sydnie, I can't thank you enough. It's a pleasure to see you and get to hear your voice again, and we're so excited for your success. And if there's ever anything we can do here for you, please let us know. And and good luck with the rest of the season.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Good luck. Thanks so much.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.